Disable Leon.
Cordell Lewis.
Trip 3.
It's the Rock, it's the product. It's your boy Zay Wireless. You just jumped off the porch. Dirty girl back.
Yes. Yes.
Pull up a sticks, you heard. We got a product like coffee. We got a you heard. We got a
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We in NYC with it. Special edition of Off the Porch. And we got BlackWallStreet jumping off the porch with us today. What's good, fellas?
What's going on?
Man, how y'all feeling today?
Blessed. Highly favored.
Word, that's what's up. Definitely glad to have y'all pull up on me and jump off the porch with us today and, share y'all story. Now, BlackWallStreet, you guys are a collective of artists, entrepreneurs, creatives, all the way around from here in New York, right?
Indeed. But before we get started, I just want to set it off in prayer, if that's all right with y'all.
Yes, sir.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Appreciate that. And so, talk to me about, your collective. What part of New York do you guys represent?
All over. But we originally from Long Island, Hempstead.
And if you guys don't mind, can each of you introduce yourself?
Abel Dion, Hempstead, Long Island.
Trip 3. Concierge. Brooklyn, New York.
Cordell Lewis. Brooklyn, New York.
Zay Wireless, Hempstead.
All right. And so, like I said, you guys are an independent music collective, cultural movement, rooted in entrepreneurial strategy, street code, and futuristic sound design. How did you guys actually come together to form this collective, BlackWallStreet?
If you go back to the education system that we came up in, they have no regard for the arts or music. So it forced us to have to think outside the box to see how we can make that relevant, and create in a way a system to where we're not reliant on corporate funding or private equity to allow our dreams to manifest into reality is why we're here right now. And we have that formula. Like, this is the end times when we here, and I apologize for the wait, but the game is shit, and we here, and it's over for these niggas.
Now, you guys, I know that you're a music collective, but like I also said, entrepreneurs, all around. Why did you guys structure this like a corporation instead of, just like a traditional rap group?
When hip hop first started, something that, we did for fun, we did, it was part of our culture. And then when the interest built, that same corporate entities saw it as an opportunity to extract that value. So as opposed to looking to go to those same forces for the value, we applied the value, at home. Starting with the small business mindset and taking it enterprise.
And I heard some of you guys, as y'all was introducing yourselves, state like your position within the collective. Why, appoint like a chairman and, like these different, positions that you guys hold?
During these times, like as you can see, even with our government, we're in a time where it's like, we're not in a time of leadership. And as a culture and as a collective, we've abandoned accountability individually. Everybody wants to enjoy the fruits of their labor without putting it in a label. So it's just a bunch of fruits.
And so, what does enforcer mean, like in the music collective?
Well, I mean, I'll let Chief set it off. I mean, like he deal with them niggas on the road, so.
Yeah, enforcers just let them know where we stand with them. These like, you know, people that think they know us. These people that just come across us as thinking they can speak with us, however, you know, just making sure like it goes through the network properly and they vet it properly as well. So, you know, as able to own as some part of this collective, you know, that's my job, and I tend to do it well.
Now, Trip 3, how did you become the consigliere?
The world needs delegation. You can't all be on one man's shoulder. And I was appointed to this position based on my qualities as a man and as what I contribute to this community. So giving back to the community and having some kind of structure is very important, because we tend to want to solve everything and do everything as a lone wolf. But in order to, I guess, the best way to manage everything is that appoint people in different positions so they all have accountability for their fuck-ups, if they do.
He's really modest. The point that he's trying to make is he triple OG in this shit. He tries greatest, y'all don't know.
3 times.
3 times. You know, so he was the best suited anyway. From the politics to the government to the private sector, public sector, it don't matter. You know, he's good anywhere you go. And that's the appeal with Wall Street. I feel like with black youth is that they want some sort of credibility, some sort of validation, and then they seek to like gang culture and, you know, the life. But it's not like we wasn't part of that life neither, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, we don't have no problems over here. Like, we have issues, but we have no problems.
And so, you know, when you think of the name BlackWallStreet, you know, especially with us, you know, coming towards the end of Black History Month, which I've been having an argument with people on, is Black History Month a pagan holiday? But
Do tell.
But as we come towards the end of Black History Month, you know, you think about the term BlackWallStreet, and, you know, you think about Tulsa, Oklahoma. You think about, you know, at a time, you know, where we were coming out of segregation, and, you know, all of these powerful black entities, and, you know, that have formed, but then also that have been destroyed. What's the meaning behind BlackWallStreet?
It's a reminder to let them know that what they thought they destroyed is coming back, or never left, rather.
Still here.
Right. Like, this is the, I'd say the, how should I put it? The eschaton, or the end times. You know, they can't run from the inevitable. Like, whether you believe in karma, karmic debt, every debit has a credit, and we came to collect. You know, you don't get away with persecuting God's people. Maybe not in this generation, maybe the next, but the anxiety that white society has over our presence, just as we are, is a representation of why we are important in this game. Regardless of how our music sound.
And when people listen to you guys as a collective, or follow you individually and listen to your guys' music, what should they expect to what should they expect to hear? What should they expect to leave with?
That fly, that player shit, the shit that the streets was missing. You ever wondered, like, how did it go from, you know, love songs and club songs to now is sex songs and shoot songs and bullet songs and drill songs, and like something went amiss, something went awry. So to introduce something that isn't necessarily new, but something that's been missed, something that's been missing, and we that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys, you know, balance, you know, having the message, you know, delivering a message and making sure to educate folks, but then also to entertain, you know, the masses and, you know, allow people to be able to bounce to your music too, but also giving them that food for thought?
You gotta keep it fly. I mean, like, you've been in school, people telling you, giving you the knowledge, you're not necessarily gonna pick it up, but like if you showing the results of what the knowledge gets you, how you living, how you moving, you know, where you hang out, how you spend your free time, even if you have any free time or availability. All of that speaks to the knowledge that, you know, we trying to impose and, you know, to our people and to the world. Because, you know, how they say the game's to be sold, not told, but I mean, like, the game's to be given. You know what I mean? Like, God's love is everlasting and abundant, so I'm not here to act like, you know, I'm here to re-rock something that's free. You know how the diamond game go.
That's real. And Zay, you've been, you know, co-signed by, you know, several artists in the game, you know, people like Sauce Walker, The Game, you know, a few other folks. Like, how have you been able to establish, you know, those connections and even have, you know, some of the influence that you've been able to have?
Just be bold. You gotta be bold. You can't be afraid of rejection. You know, you can't be afraid to spend that money. Can't be afraid to blow that bag, cause it ain't scarce. Like, this is, it's nothing. Like, you about to go through this tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shout out to Sauce Walker. You feel me? Like, a lot of people don't know. Like, he's been doing this for years, and like he's really set the blueprint for us to even, you know, understand like how to attack the game the way that we were going at it. And he good in any hood that he at, you know. Same thing with Word to the Game. I mean, the game didn't even had to show no love. You know what I'm saying? He could have came on some hater shit. You know, and he came through humbly, and I respect that. So, you know, I'm not into no, you know, no beef shit or nothing. You know, if anything, this is all about mentorship and greater understanding for the game as a whole.
Now, you guys, as well as like we were talking about, you know, giving that food for thought, spreading the message. How do you guys balance even, you know, like making sure that the lyrical content is there, but then also, you know, having melodic music and, you know what I'm saying, like, and bringing a vibe?
Trip, I think you could speak to that with the SpaceX wave and that wavy shit.
I don't know, bro.
Listen, man, you gotta speak to people's soul. That's the best way I could put it. You know, people want to dance, people want to feel good. People also want to be in their bag. People also want to talk about the trauma. You gotta find a way to connect with all demographics. Don't just be in your own bubble. Think everybody think like you. Everybody got the same mindset. Everybody's different. So you find ways to go into all different areas, and you capitalize, and you bring that good flavor, that, you know, whether the alternative R&B you want to call it, or the experimental plug-in B, I call it SpaceX. We out here, we ambient, we make you feel good, and I'm here for the ladies. I want the ladies to feel good. I'm in full support of women empowerment. And I want the women, the queens, to show themselves off, flex their beauty, flex their bag, and I'm gonna embrace it, and I'm gonna love on it.
Yes.
He keeping it political, but at the end of the day, this music is magic, man. Like, we not musicians for real. Like, this is what you seeing. This is magic. This is as close to magic you ever gonna get. Like, you damn near magicians. Look at this. Look at this.
Try straightest.
And Trip, can you like break down like the SpaceX subgenre and exactly what that is?
Section B, huh?
Word. That's Section B. You know, something, you know, raised around a lot of soul, a lot of trap soul, a lot of R&B. You know, it's a compilation of both, but on an ambient, lo-fi way too, but something that'll get you dancing as well. You know, I really am tuned into the frequencies, and people don't really be focusing on their brain waves and their patterns, and that's very important. Like, you wake up and you just do what the fuck you want to do. Nah, you gotta meditate, get right with yourself, you know, take a shower, smell good. You know, there's a whole playbook you gotta do, and if you don't got a plan and shit like that, you just going by. Like, you know, this SpaceX or shit that make you think about your life, think about what you went through, and not even focus on that shit. Just focus on going forward, just being the present and what you can do later and what you are going to do now.
Yes.
Now, you guys obviously, you know, don't have an issue with moving as individuals and bringing your own style and, you know, all that, you know, to the game. Now, is experimentation, is that risky, you know, when you're building your audience and when you branding and, you know, all that?
Well, like I think I can speak on that. Like, even like developing my base through SoundCloud. Like, Zay, like we've been doing this for a while. We've been experimenting with different sounds all since before 2016. Like, prior to that, you know, he been rapping for a while. He brought me on, and I just started rapping. You know, just making sure that lyrical content is on 100. Like, no matter if it's on the R&B beat, on the SpaceX beat, on a traditional hip hop beat. You know, just making sure it just sound good and give it all I got. Just craft that music.
I feel like the lack of experimentation in the game is what led to it being so mundane. So I'm always telling, like, even with Del, like I said, like whatever you feel that comes over you, you know, in the studio, express that, because, you know, that it's a transfer, it's energy transfer. The minute that whatever it is that the spirit that you evoke into the mic captures that. And we take that and we sell that dopamine back out to the streets. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, at the end of the day, you speak your truth, they gonna hear that shit.
And Abel, you work with Currency
Yeah.
in the past, right?
Yeah. That's gonna drop soon. Right now we working on Abel's Red, so that's gonna be like a saga, a real saga. I have 10 plus years worth of music. I'm just putting out on SoundCloud exclusively currently, and then eventually it's gonna hit those platforms to where everyone can hear it. But right now I'm just cultivating this fan base even further. I got Tumblr, I got Pinterest, I got people hitting me up through those avenues, making sure everything right, you know.
Word, like, Currency is really like pioneer with his lifestyle rap, you know, and he, you know, with Abel, he's, you know, since Hypnotic days, like, I mean, like, you know, when Hypnotic, you know, decided to make a little rebrand. You know, they have to bring him on.
Yep.
Work with Jada, shout out Style, shout out the whole lot.
I could use a Hulk right now. You
What that bottle at, man?
Yeah, you want me that bottle.
Pour. But yeah, what's good with that Wayne verse, though?
Yeah,
That's in the
yeah, that's a little something coming out for y'all with me and Weezy, feel me? Yeah, something to look forward to. Shout out to my other guys too. Shout out to July, that's coming too, and a young Deji as well, Creator of the Woe. Yeah, we got some heat coming for y'all out of BlackWallStreet.
Wow. Nah, that's what's up. You say you got something with Wayne coming?
Oh, you gotta wait and see.
Yeah. Nah, I can dig it. Now, I saw y'all on Drewski's, the Could Have Been Records audition here in Brooklyn. Now, you guys also seem like you don't have an issue with, you know, making light of the jokes, you know, too, that kind of come with, you know, people not understanding the movement. Do you guys find that that a lot of people you come across like don't understand the movement, don't really,
I feel like most people don't understand anything.
100%.
And it's up to us to constantly educate and constantly empower. That's our position in this, right?
Shit, re-educate.
Re-educate,
Shit.
unlearn to relearn. But I mean, for a lot of these guys, they got into this business, because they wanted, to pursue fame and money, and with this, to me, is like, and y'all could attest to this. I mean, like, we didn't give a fuck about no rap, nothing. Like, we were encouraged to do this based off of how we was moving in the street. So it's like, there wasn't no more you can't be top nigga of the top niggas. Like, you gotta do something else to really like separate yourself to show that what you're doing is actually worthwhile, and you're not just out here like, perpetuating stereotypes and all of that. So, from the mentorship program that Abel runs back in Hempstead to the tax programs that Trip, front runs, like with the Brooklyn and the Bronx families out there, and with the tech programs that Dell's front running and myself, it's like we got our hands full, and we got ties with the Board of Ed and the Charter City Commission, and Trump trying to holler at us. Like, there's a lot going on.
it's really deeper than rap.
Always did. Always
Our
been.
connects, knowing who you're speaking with.
A lot of them don't know who they talking to.
100%.
Do you find that people, because of when they see you and they see how you guys, how you guys dress and how you guys, like y'all whole style, do y'all find that people almost don't understand like your guys' abilities and who they are talking to, who they are dealing with, you know what I mean? Like almost take it for granted or to a certain degree?
It's interesting that you say that, because I feel like the general public takes it as a compliment to themselves that they're seeing us in the way that we present. And I feel a bit disappointed that, it's such a novelty, like for, on our end, and my dream is that, as opposed to just urban wear, that us as like black men and young black boys could, not just aspire, but experiment with their style a bit, outside of your jeans and cargo and Timbs, and I mean, because we know what that hits for, but there's a whole life outside of that attire that opens up more opportunities, and those opportunities often aren't as obvious to us when we're in your regular attire in your hood. So this is how I dress when I walk in, I'm in the stead, I'm like this. So,
Dressing for success. Yeah. Without that, people don't know how you come.
You dress how you want to be addressed. So.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Suited and booted, and then jeweled up like Egyptian pharaohs. You feel me? For real. What are some of your guys' like long-term vision and goals, for BlackWallStreet?
Who wants to set that one off?
I can start it. The Allah doesn't break the circle. That's my goal. Empower that I could get $1, and this $1 will rotate between millions of people. That's what I want BlackWallStreet to establish, and what we are doing currently.
And then when would you say that you guys jumped off the porch?
Early.
I was real street baby, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, too early. And I feel like, to answer your previous question, I feel like my goal is to ensure that all black children, girls and boys, they don't have to pursue or feel like they have to pursue adulthood before it's time. I feel like now that I got this money and everything, and you know, we got the motion that we got, like I'm time traveling back. I'm buying back the time. Like we were just saying the other day, it's just like, you know, you're dealing with these 9-to-5ers and these adults, and they like lost they sense of self, and I feel like children really have a stronger sense of self, and it's taken away from them as they, you know, as they mature and as they grow up. So you always want to keep that light in you, and I feel like that's why that's my long-term vision for sure.
No, I can dig that. Through your experiences, what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons that you learned?
I'll say for me, therapy is very important, and that's why I love Wall Street. This is very therapeutic. You know, men of like minds and women, you know, it's just, you know, it's very important to speak your piece, you know, talk about whatever the past is, and knowing that you can grow from it. Don't beat yourself up about what has occurred. You know, it could be a better today, and it will be a better today and better future. So, you know, therapy is so important.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, I would say just having that sense of self, because at the end of the day, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't really understand who you are, when you step outside the door or jump off the porch, you're not gonna make no impact. You're not gonna do nothing.
You said you want a piggy bank. I want the piggy bank, nigga. What the
Yeah.
you talking about, nigga? Chief, what you saying?
Well, like giving a message, talking about.
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest life lessons that you learned through your experiences.
You know, just knowing that there's a hierarchy, there's leadership that's needed, and just working with my team here at Wall Street, you know, we can bring that back. We can bring that structure that even the young kids even the adults need, to let them know that there's more to just, you know, that 9-to-5 like Zay was speaking on. Like, you know, you gotta live, and you can't do that in a cubicle.
And I guess my piece to that would be the biggest lesson I learned is that this life is perfect as is. You know, because it was given to us by God. So if you have an issue with your life, that's a you problem. You did. So you gotta really like, dig deep inside, you know, whatever that crevice is looking like, and really have that level of honesty with yourself, because if everything was good in the world, we wouldn't know what evil looked like. And it's only because we have this evil in the world we're able to really appreciate and, you know, put goodness on a pedestal. So, yeah.
On the music side, what do you guys have coming up?
Oh yeah, Trip, set that off.
Oh yeah, be on the lookout for that SpaceX Volume 2 coming out, taking over all platforms, like you was talking about, or the multi-genres. Oh, this is everywhere. It's universal, baby.
Yeah, I follow up. Got that, you know, that Abel's red. You know, we might have some other colors in there, but right now we working on that red. We got 10+ years worth of music, and I'm not holding it back no more. We've been bumping it amongst ourselves. We go, yeah, that's fire, that's fire. Now it's time to just give it back. Now it's time to give it back, even with the features that we have with each other, features that we have with these acclaimed artists.
It's true.
You know, even we taking it to the Grammys. Like we're not just gonna feed the streets. We're gonna feed the world.
We spent a lot of time creating the ecosystem that, you know, made sense for us economically, and, you know, financially and all that, socially. But, you know, in any business, are we looking to take it from small business to enterprise, right? So it's about that time we go international. We're gonna start on the Northeast. Appreciate you coming from Atlanta.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
You know, beat us to it.
You still got to come check us out when y'all hit the A.
definitely.
So,
No, we're gonna come
Oh,
back.
yeah.
We're gonna slide.
yeah. And can we expect you guys to drop more music as a collective, or is it more you guys dropping as individuals but supporting each other as a collective?
Listen, man, like I'm I'm looking forward to what they got going on individually, like as a fan. Like that's how I started. You know, so it's easy to support what they got going on because that's how it started. Like, but as a group, it depends on how. Like, man, like you gotta get the schedule right, y'all.
Word.
You gotta get the schedule right, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like this place right now where we at, they're really like the game is really ready for a comeback for the groups, man. Like, you know, people don't really like to work together. There's a lot of ego and there's a lot of pride, but to be around me, you need to have both, you know. You gotta look at yourself and see yourself as God, as God's son.
Yeah.
That's why I said at the beginning of this, like, you know, the body of Christ ain't necessarily a man, but a cipher, you know, God body and, you know, Christ consciousness included. So I'm really excited to see the public perception, the reception to what we have, you know, as a group, you know, whether they take it as like the new Dipset or the new Wu-Tang or the Pretty Ricky.
Nah, I could dig that. You guys got any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to the humans.
Now, I want to give a shout out to the artists that we had rocked with local.
Facto,
you know,
facto.
that really like putting in that pain. Shout out to Devi, shout out to Dope Music Monopoly, shout out to my man's Young Diggs 88.
Shout out
You
to
dig?
Diggs, man.
Shout out to who else we gonna shout out?
Shout out to Leo. This is his birthday
Yeah,
too.
word,
Shout out to Leo.
word,
Shout out to
word,
Leo.
word. Yo, shout out to my man's Warren Went from LI holding it down.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to my brothers I Smoke Beats, you dig?
Word.
Rockstar shit,
Right,
you
yeah.
dig? Shout out, you wanna give
Shout out to the whole of Hempstead, man.
Hell
They
yeah.
been doing the whole
Shout out to
thing.
Long Money Island.
Brooklyn, all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Jersey.
That way.
Yeah, facts.
All the clubs that support us too.
Like all the boroughs, you know what
Shout
I'm
to
saying?
Gems.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out Gems.
Yeah,
Shout out
Brooklyn
Gems.
Gems, shout out
Yo,
to the
Gems.
Gems.
Oh wait, hold on. And word to even just the essence of what we doing with this whole sex and B and this SpaceX wave with the R&B. You gotta give a big shout out to my man's business.
Yeah,
Big
business.
Big
Yo,
business,
shout out
Pop
to
the
Pop the
Balloon,
Balloon.
NYC, you dig? Like ain't nothing going past that, you feel me?
And last is the Mount Vernon. Yo, shout out to them and in the Bronx, the Chamber of Commerce. Yo, they supporting out here. We doing big things for the
Word.
community. Co-op City. I'll see you soon, baby.
This is Mr. This. If
Mr.
y'all didn't
Uptown.
notice this, he run the Bronx. You feel what I'm saying? Like he don't really like to pop that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But as one of the four families, you feel me? He sets it off in the Bronx, and you know he's very humble about what he do. But as far as the lives that he transforms from an economic perspective, you talking about folks just getting out of jail and he putting them in position to win. like, you know, it don't matter. Like, that's why, you know, with this rap talk, people talking about like everything with like 50 Cent and the Jay-Z. None of these guys not here. Like, they're not doing what billionaires, you think what billionaires are supposed to do. That's why, you know, I could pop my shit the way I feel like, because they're not doing it. They're not doing God's work so they can suck dick. Like, I don't give a fuck about
Yo,
that shit.
street soldier shit. We out here knocking on doors, like in the projects out here, telling about the message why you need to do this so you can help your family, guidance and shit. Like we in the homes, like we with the people while they struggling, going through this shit. We right there with them. We not alone in this shit. We right here. This is for them.
All of this to live like a moderately successful dentist. That's on church, you did.
All right, no, that's what's up, man. Well, you guys definitely, you know, have like some dope stuff in store. Looking forward to seeing and hearing what y'all got cracking. And man, I appreciate y'all pulling up and jumping off the porch with us.
We look forward to giving it back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Break, make a bang, rolling big dope out the way, pouring licks up on your face, bring your lips, girl, give me taste. Yeah.